Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Favors. Joe Ingles comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Burks in for Shelvin Mack. Indiana also making some changes. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Paul George comes in for C.J. Miles. And it's Hill in for Ty Lawson. And George, here we go. Ellis can't get it to go.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Pacers trail by 5. Puts it up from 15. That's good. Ellis has got 9.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
The Jazz shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
One of the worst in the league a season ago, just 72%.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
He misses the free throw.
And you know, Utah might not have finished 500 on the season, but they did finish 500 against the Eastern Conference. Went 15-15 last season.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. Stuckey comes in for Ellis. Now, here's George. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Exum. There's the call on Trevor Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team
Pacers
foul.
trail by 4. Shot and game clock separated by 5. The fadeaway. That doesn't go either for George.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
And it's Rodney Stuckey with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin. You know, they've changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line. That's one he knows he should have drained.
Exum. And the first half comes to a close. We've got...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. They started to take control of the game in the second quarter and pulled away nicely, heading into halftime up by 5. And Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, they committed to pounding the ball inside, and they were rewarded for it. Points in the paint, those kept the defense honest because teams have gotten really good at running the three-point shooters off the line, so getting it inside was a good attack in the first half.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
They haven't gotten to the line enough, and I think that's an area they can improve. They need to be more aggressive. Right now they're hanging there, but this could change in the second half. They need to challenge defenders and try to control the momentum and get to the foul line a little bit more.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Looking at the game for Hayward, he has 11 points and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
And you've got to take care of business at the free throw line, not just getting there, but converting.
Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Put out there with Shelvin Mack, and it's Hayward in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. And he gets it to go. Hayward's got the first field goal of the second half for the Jazz. And here's Ellis for 3. Hayward grabs the board. Hayward's got 3 rebounds now in this one. The feed now to Hood. The dish to Favors. Drops it in from 11 feet. And now it's a 9-point Jazz lead.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Now here's Ellis. He's got 9. 5 on the clock. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Ellis has got 11 points.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D. First off, look, every year there are all-star game snubs, and perhaps last year Monte Ellis was the big one in the West. Hard to leave him off given the way he played for the Mavs.
Turner's check in for Ian Mahinmi.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was your Jazz Dancers. Give a nice round of applause.
90 seconds now into the second half. And Allen with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. And Utah has possession. Here's Hood, and it's good off the glass. Hood's got the lead up to 9 now for Utah. For Monte not being an all-star, there are a lot of guys that could have made an argument to be there. Monte's was as strong as any.
Yeah, and his own coach said that Monte deserved it more than Dirk, his teammate. And not a shot at Dirk by Carlisle, just Rick expressing how valuable Monte was to the Mavs.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Now here's Hayward. And Hill over to help. Lock at 6. Favors. Again, Favors missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got 4 points this quarter.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second. And, you know, there are those who wonder if Gordon Hayward can lead a team to the promised land. However, as just a sophomore, he led a non-powerhouse college to a championship game. So, in fact, they were just one basket away from winning it all.
Both teams will make substitutions. Pacers trail by 13. Lawson kicks to Hill. From 8. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Going back to Hayward, he took that buzzer-beating half-court shot, Clark, that would have won his school the championship. You actually called that game, and it did hit the backboard and rim, but unfortunately did not go in.
Well, Hayward's the kind of guy who's willing to put his team on his back and try to carry him. He's willing to take that responsibility on. Whether he can deliver at the highest level, time will tell.
The Jazz have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. And he knocks down the first one. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. Seems like he's been around forever.
Now, here's Mahinmi. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Stuckey. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And for Favors and his youth, he has made big strides. And in a few years' time could be one of the more dominant bigs in our league.
Feeds it to Gobert. Another miss by Utah. Pacers trail by 13. The shot by Lawson, wide open. Hands it from downtown. Lawson's got 8.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay. And guys, with Favors, his development, you know, you forget. Sometimes it takes big men a little longer to figure it out. I mean, he's certainly been putting it together here the last few seasons.
Here's Lawson. Derek Favors making his last shot. Mahinmi passes to Lawson. No good. Jazz leading by 12. 1:27 left in the third quarter of the game. Nato, it's blocked, but they'll get another chance. On its way from Hayward for 2. Good on Molina. Hayward's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, it was a pretty poor display from the field for them in the first half, but they've got the lead, and now the shots are starting to fall.
Yeah, it was a complete brick city in that first, but they've turned it around here in a big way.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Hill, he's checked in for Hill. And it's Hill in for Ty Lawson. Gobert with it. Rodney Stuckey covering. Stuckey brings the double team from 12 feet out. That one off the back iron and out. Pacers trail by 14. He kicks it to Hill. And stolen by Hayward. Finished off the break. Burks has got his first bucket in this one.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Hill kicks to Stuckey. The shot is off. So Utah will take it the other way.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Burks, and that comes off the assist by Exum. And the Jazz lead by 18.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
For Indiana, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Here's Lyles. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Jazz lead by 16. And when we return, we'll get the... And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Pacers trail by 16, and so in the game for the Pacers. Paul George is out there with Solomon Hill. Then it's Ellis. Then it's Turn. And it's Hill in at the 1 spot. Burks kicks to Ingles. An easy 2 points on the layup. Ingles has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Jazz. Pacers shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. On the wing, Ellis puts up a 3. Again, the miss by Ellis.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
Exum dishes to Ingles, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 3 assists. Now in this one.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Derek Favors checked in for Lyles. Rodney Hood subbed in for Joe Ingles. Allen's checked in for Indiana. Favors passes to Hood. And Favors kicks to Burks. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock from 12 feet out. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, G8, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Jazz. Mack comes in for Exum.
1 made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes.
Oh, look out.